So after your keepers do your dynamic warm-up with your team, we'll come in as a group here. The first drill we're going to do, Jake's going to demonstrate for us here. We're going to walk through it. You're going to go 2 feet through each cone, slide around, get set in the middle of the 2 cones here, and catch for a volley. So here we go, full speed, 2 feet through, slide around, get set, volley for a catch. Other side, 2 feet through, slide around, get set, catch. For this, we'll go through 2 times each side, and then we'll move on to the next one. So after the catches, the next one we're going to do, same footwork through, 2 feet through, slide around, get set for a front dive. So Jake here, when we're ready for a front dive is used when a ball is either rolling in towards you, bouncing, anything below our chest where we have to get low and scoop. So here, start with our pinkies together. We're low. Knee isn't touching the ground, which sometimes the youth, when they want to put their knee on the ground, make sure they're not. They're nice and low. Elbows are in. And then as the ball's coming in, it rolls up our arm like a ramp. We hug it tight, and then we fall on our forearms. So to see it live, we're set, pinkies together, elbows in, and down. Nice and controlled. Set. Good. Same thing, other side. Slide around, get set, front dive. And same thing for the catches, we'll do 2 each side of this. Here we have the same footwork. We're gonna go with a collapse dive on the ground to start. Go around. Good. Other side. And good. So a collapse dive, this is when we're set, and the ball is either to the right or left of us on the ground to start. So here we start with, we call it 3 hands. 1 hand on top of the ball, 1 hand behind the ball, and the ground's our 3rd hand to make sure we're nice and steady. You can see this white line here. We're trying to get our head forward. We want to dive forward through the ball. We have our top leg is up and we're on our side. We don't want to do any Superman dives where we're on our stomachs. We always want to stay firm and on our side. So a few of the steps here for the collapse dive on the ground. Starts with a good set position, so getting the set position for us. The ball's to our left, so we want to take a nice forward and diagonal step with our left foot. Our bottom hand is going to shoot nice and low. Our pinky's almost scraping across the floor, and then our top hand comes with it, and then we're down. We push with the leg that we step with, and down. So let's see it. Good. So the last progression with this cone work is a collapse dive mid-height.
Same thing, same direction.
Same deal, yep. Around. Good. Other side. Feet through. Around. Set. And good. We're going to move on, and then we're going to start playing with our feet a little bit. So to get our feet activated, we're going to play in a ball. You can modify it any way you want for the distance. You're going to play your keeper a ball. They'll open up their hips, get a nice positive touch, and switch the ball to the other side of the box. Open. Play. Good. Open. Top. So this next one we have, your keeper's going to be starting on the post. They're going to drop step, get set at the angle that they need to be set at. You can modify the distance of how far and hard you want to shoot depending on your goalkeeper, and then it's going to be a shot. We'll do 4 to 5 each side, whatever you feel comfortable with, from the left side, the right side, and then up the middle. Ready, here we go. Turn. So the importance here with the shooting is we're trying to get our goalkeeper's confidence up, so we're not trying to hit the top corner, we're not trying to score, trying to hit a nice firm ball in and around them so they get their confidence up. Yep. The next one, we're going to move on to crosses. So a nice simple, you can either, if you feel confident in playing it in with your feet, you can cross it in, or there's nothing wrong, especially with the younger ones, you go in, ball in your hand, give them a toss up just so they're getting the footwork down. Here we go.
Gate! Gate!
Good. So to finish, we'll finish with distribution. So goal kicks, punts, as many as your keeper needs to feel confident, and then get in with the shooting with the team so we can get some live shots. So one of the keys to goalkeeping is a W or just a simple catch. So to start, show us the W here, Jake. So you can get an idea. You can either have a W, a diamond, depending on the size of the keeper's hand. We've been going with the W, so you can see the W here. Really, we're trying to make sure we get our hands behind the ball, our heads in line with the ball, and then our bodies behind it. The W is usually used for a shot in and around the chest or above. So when we're set, we're here, catch with the W, good, hands behind the ball, set, and catch.